Wow, Lion, lots of energy today, huh? You just feel like letting loose and going wild? We all feel that way sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of the time, that's not what people say, right? A lot of the time, what we hear people saying is, sit down, sit still, and be quiet. How does that make you feel when people say that to you? Doesn't feel good, right? Not when you have lots of energy that you just have to get out some way, right? Well, you're not alone. We all feel that way sometimes. And our next story is all about that kind of a feeling. It's called Mr. Tiger Goes Wild by Peter Brown.
For tigers everywhere.
Everyone was perfectly fine with the way things were. Everyone but Mr. Tiger. Perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Take a look at all the animals' faces. What does perfectly fine mean here? How do they feel? Kind of a hard question, right? It doesn't really look like they feel very much at all. Yeah. Nobody looks particularly happy or joyful, that's for sure. What about Mr. Tiger? How does he feel? He looks sort of grumpy, doesn't he? Like frustrated, maybe a little annoyed, upset. He certainly doesn't look happy. Mr. Tiger was bored with always being so proper. Good day, Mr. Tiger. Good day, Mr. Deer. Lovely weather we're having, I suppose. Indeed. It's not a very interesting conversation, is it? Now, children, please do not act like wild animals. Why'd you do that, Lion? Because they are wild animals, right? Look at them. They're rhinos and bears and pigs. They're just being themselves, right? You know what else is an animal? Yeah, we're all animals. I'm an animal too. Adults are animals. Did you know that? I wonder if sometimes we need to go a little bit wild. Mr. Tiger wanted to loosen up. He wanted to have fun. He wanted to be wild. Who else is going wild? A pigeon up in the top corner of the page. They look loose. They look carefree. They look like they're having fun. And then one day, Mr. Tiger had a very wild idea. What is he doing? Instead of walking on 2 feet, he got down and he started walking on all 4. Just like a wild tiger. He felt better already. Look at his face. How does he feel? He's smiling. He looks pretty happy, pretty content with himself. Yeah. What about the other animals, all of his neighbors? How do they feel? It's hard to say, right? They don't really have a big expression on their faces at all. They're all just watching Mr. Tiger and thinking about what he's doing because it's so different. Mr. Tiger became wilder and wilder each day. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Climb, 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 climb. Chase, 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 chase. Is he being wild in a mean way? Do the children he's chasing look scared? No, they look pretty happy, right? He's being wild in a friendly way. What else is he doing? That was a big roar. Do you have a big roar in you right now? You do? Let's let it all out together. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Roar! Nice roaring. His friends did not know what to think. Peculiar. Wow. Unacceptable, said Bear. Said Rabbit. And then Mr. Tiger went a little too far. What did he do? He dove into the fountain. In all of his clothes? And he climbed out without any clothes at all? Well, he is a tiger. His friends had lost their patience. Mr. Tiger, if you must act wild, kindly do so in the wilderness. And they pointed. Like, go over there. Get out of here. But Mr. Tiger didn't take it in a mean way. He said, what a magnificent idea. Skitter, scatter, skitter, scatter, skitter, scatter. So Mr. Tiger ran away into the wilderness. And what a wilderness. Look at all that vegetation, all the beautiful big leaves and trees and waterfalls and toucans filling the sky with their big bills and fish filling the waters beneath the waterfall. What a beautiful wilderness. A beautiful place for Mr. Tiger to go completely wild. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Climb, 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 climb. Chase, 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 chase. He's exploring. But, Mr. Tiger was lonely. He missed his friends. And he missed the city. He missed his home. What to do? I guess it felt really good to go wild out in the wilderness, but it can be sad to be away from home for a long, long time, too, huh? I wonder what he'll do. Mr. Tiger decided to return. And look! Here come Elephant and Rhino. And they're holding a pair of nice, clean clothes for Mr. Tiger. That was kind of them. And look at their faces. Do they look upset with him? Not at all. They're smiling. They're finally smiling. We didn't see them smiling before. But now they look a little bit happier. I wonder why. And when he returned, Mr. Tiger found that things were beginning to change. Take a look at this picture of the city. What's different from before? Well, when we first saw the city, it looked like this. Is anybody running around and having fun? No. Literally no one. None of the animals are running or having any fun at all. But now, look at the city. What do you see? I see smiles. I see people running and frolicking and acting just a little bit wild. and they look happier for it. Now Mr. Tiger felt free to be himself. So he can wear a fancy tuxedo while he crawls around on all fours. So he can be a little bit serious and ready for the city life, and also just a little bit wild. What a nice combination. And so did everyone else. The end. What do you see in this ending? Where are all the animals? Are they in the city still? No, they left the city for a romp in the wilderness, to let loose, to go just a little bit wild for just a little while. This book reminds me of how sometimes I just need to go for a hike. You too, Lion? Or camping, right? Yeah, it can feel so good to go out into nature, out into the wilderness, and to let just a little bit loose for just a little while before we return home to our lives with our families and our neighbors and our schools and the places where we work. Yeah, we all need just a little bit of that sometimes. A little bit of wilderness, a little bit of wildness, an opportunity to roar.